Hi, and welcome to What Are You Reading Wednesday? I'm Jackie.
And I'm Becky.
So today we are covering the category Black History Month. For the adults, this falls under the category diversity, is how I'm putting this. So here are some great diversity reads. Becky, what categories are you covering?
We're going to be covering awards. And so in our little Choose Your Own Adventure booklet, we've got the award winners, but we're going to specifically focus on the Coretta Scott King Award.
Okay, so let's jump into some books. So the first book that I have is a book called The Vanishing Half by uh, Britt Bennett. I think that I've talked about this one in the past, but this is also one that we've done for book club. And this is about two sisters, twins, and one lives her life as a Black woman and one lives her life as a white woman. So what's interesting to me about this one, and what makes this an interesting read for Black History Month, is that it's less about racism and more about the idea of colorism and how a woman could pass for white when she was born Black. So, Becky, what's the first book that you've gotten?
Well, the first one I've got is Hair Love. This isn't necessarily a Coretta Scott King Award, but however, if you look closely here, it says an Academy Award winning creator, Matthew A. Cherry, which he won an award at the Academy Awards for the short that this book is based on.
So the next book that I have is a book called Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. Kiley Reid is a Black author. And although this sounds like a fun story, it's really not. It's about a Black babysitter who gets accused of kidnapping her white charge.
Ooh. All right, so I've got a fun list here that's got the brand new winners for the Coretta Scott King Award. And this award goes for outstanding African American authors and illustrators of books for children and young adults that demonstrate an appreciation of African American culture and universal human relations. Now, I don't have these books in front of me because they're currently out, but the author award went to Will's Race for Home, and the illustrator award went to The Library in the Woods. So put those on your to read list. I'm pretty excited about them.
Okay, so the next book that I have is called The Violin Conspiracy by Brendan Slocum. And this book is about a Black violinist and some entanglements that he gets involved in. And I wanted to read the review on the back of this one. This says, utterly original and downright gripping, The Violin Conspiracy is more than a mystery. It's an unflinching peek into the heart and soul of a gifted Black violinist striving to pursue his passion in the face of adversity. Brendan Slocum's debut is an essential lesson in artistry, prejudice, and persistence.
Okay, a few other winners for the author award in the Coretta Scott King. I've got the 2003 winner. This one is called Free Water. You can see it's actually won a couple different awards because it's also got the Newbery on there. And then we've also got the 2021 author award, and this one is Before the Ever After.
Okay, so I also wanted to bring in one. I again don't have the physical book because it's checked out, but it's available to borrow on Libby. It's a book called Wash Day Diaries, and it's about four Black women and their friendship, but it particularly surrounds their hair washing routines as Black women. So the last thing that I wanted to bring in is a list that I will have available, and it's Black History Month. It's a Black History Month reading list that includes fiction, nonfiction, young adult, children's, and picture books.
Okay, speaking of picture books, we also have a Coretta Scott King Author Award Honor book, and this one has beautiful illustrations. Let's look at that. And this one is called How Do You Spell Unfair? And this is about a young woman who is involved in a spelling bee. So don't forget to post below what you have been reading. And does it work for Black History Month? Let us know, and we'll see you next week.